Today I'm going to show you how to use Python to create a simple translator app. First of all, create a Python file, my translator. Just open up a file and name it my translator. New, and then open a text file, open a text document, name it my translator. I have to save it as Python.py. Okay, then you should see my translator. Let's get rid of this. I don't want to open CMD every time I start the translator, so I'll be writing a script just like this one, but I'll change it a little bit. Here you see, echo off, Command K, and then go to your virtual environment. You can learn how to make one by watching my last video. That's my environment, my tray. Inside the scripts folder, activate, and then go to the location, which is in D drive. And this is my file. Let me save it. Ctrl+Shift+S. Let me put it back to D drive. This one, run my translator. The name is up to you, doesn't matter. And it has to be all types. Then back here, .bat. It must be in .bat format, and then I have to go to D drive, put it there, and then run Streamlit in D drive and point to the file. Let's see, change it to my translator, cap translate.py and save it. Come back here, run my translator, double click it, yep. So remember, don't close this doc thing. If you close it, it won't work. Okay, so you see nothing here, right? Because I didn't type anything. So let's open up the Sublime Text. Open the previously create Python file. Control-O, where's my Python file? Here we go. My translator, open. You can also Control-N to open in Sublime. Just make up one and save it. I'm not updating it now. Alright, just go back to my translator and begin making my app now. First of all, import Streamlit as ST. I usually import datetime as DT just to print out the current time for reference. st.write, and then write down the current time. Just name it as variable now, so I can assign dt.datetime.now. It's now inside the f string. I use the curly brace to wrap around now. Control by, then you'll see inside the Streamlit app, source changed, and hit always rerun. Then you see this. Let's say streamlit.run .write and call it your name. Remember, it's a string, so you have to double quote, press shift, and then quote to do double quote, or simply hit single quote. Okay, both single and double quotes work. Just call it whatever, your whatever name. Okay, my name is, remember inside my variable, simply type the variable, your name, control by, alright. So you see whatever name here, right? Let's add a full stop here, control by, and you'll see the full stop with just writing text on the app. Alright, now we can add a text area to input text for translation. Text area, just call it input text, and you can name it anything you want, equals to Streamlit, which is abbreviated as st, dot text input. Remember to use method in bracket. Inside the bracket, the tooltip, just enter whatever, comma, Okay, and then you can control boy. Now you see this whatever text area. Let's type what is your name. But after that, I have nothing to do with it, right? So I'll just make one button. So when you click it, it will translate. Just call it button. SD dot button. Here, either single or double quote is fine. The text, just call it translate. So if Streamlit button is here for translate, yes. Then dot rate to translate whatever I type in text area, which is here. Oops, I forgot the translated object. Sorry about that. Let me import Google Translate. So I have to go back to the backend, our device. Just pretend that I go ahead. Google Trans. This package. Import translator. I expect an error. Control boy. Yep. That's the one. No module name. Google Trans. So I need to go back to this batch file backend. Pick somewhere. Control C, and then pip install Google Trends. Okay, enter to install. Done. Let's get back to Streamlit. Run, forgot the name. The Python file is mytranslator. Okay, mytranslator.py. Enter to get in. It's here. Do it again. Click rerun. Doesn't work. How come? If it doesn't work, simply quit everything and Control C to deactivate and exit. The backend sometimes doesn't work. Go back and double click run my translator. Okay. Double click it, just load it up again. Still won't work. Error in your name. Maybe due to pressing F9. Here it should be like this. Okay, do it again. Control boy, and it should have no problem. Alright, you can see, always rerun. Click it, done. So let's get back to our app button. If Streamlit.button is yes, then I type translate. Just use translation. Translation is, so we've just create the translated object, assign it to variable trans. Don't want to type translator below. Translator. Here you can see a bracket. So trans dot translate. We are translating input text, which is this one. Destination is a language code. If translate to Italian, just single quote and IT. You can search the language code from Google site. EN is English and IT is Italian. Let me do Japanese. JA. Now, control boy. Run it. Alright, you can see translate here, but there's nothing. If I type what is your name and press translate, nothing. This might happen depending on which Streamlit version you use. I'll just start st.write to wrap around my translation. I'll usually do this result equals this one. Print the result. So press Ctrl Y to run again and then translate. Then you should see the result here. It just outputs the whole to the translation object. Oh, I see. I have to add .text. No wonder. Things aren't always smooth, right? Result control boy. This time, press translate. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Let's try. Palmer. Yep, it works. So that's the simple translator app. I'll talk about how to make a more complicated one next time. Things aren't smooth tonight. Anyway, okay, bye.